Namaste, yogi friends. Come and join me on the mat. We're going to do an exploration that moves towards Camel Pose, Ustrāsana. So we're going to start with a little warm-up, coming to all fours, cat-cow. So inhale, shining the heart forward, deepening the groin creases, and exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, arching, exhale, rounding. One last time, and exhale. Beautiful. All right, so coming down to the belly, we're going to start with a little strengthener for the whole back, which is our locust pose. So you could reach your hands back, or you might interlace them behind the back. And then squeezing the shoulder blades gently, peeling the chest up and floating the legs. So we'll stay here for about 5 breaths. Make sure that your gaze is gentle and just right down at the floor in front of your face. Let's say that's about 2 more breaths we need. And enjoying one final breath here. Beautiful. Hands under the shoulders, pushing back to all fours. Let's find some barrel rolls here. Bending the elbows, making this just a nice release, and in the opposite direction as well. And coming back down to the belly again. This time we'll bend the knees, moving towards Ustrāsana, or bow pose. So peeling the chest up and kicking the feet back into the hands. Two more breaths here. And then we'll melt it down, hands underneath the shoulders, pushing up again, and let's find a few cat-cows to release that work. So exhale, rounding, inhale, exhale, inhale. Nice. All right, so we're going to move on to our back. So you notice that the shape that we created in our Dhanurasana is very much the same shape, but in a different orientation that we're going to find in our Ustrāsana. So we're going to play with the same idea here. This is now we're going to come into bridge shoulder stand, but we'll find we've got the same shape. A little different with the neck and the head, but all right, we'll draw those heels in and then press into the ground, coming up. Let's walk the shoulder blades together. So my hands are grasping the heels or maybe the ankles. And we'll just hold here. So as you press into the feet, that's going to lift the pelvis. And you can feel the back of the neck lengthening. And the chin comes towards the sternum notch. So we're creating that throat lock, Jalanthara Bandha. Enjoying one more breath here. And let's let that down. And to release that work, just let the knees fall to the left. We can bring the arms out to the side and the head rolls to the right. Completely releasing, just using the support of the floor. And then on the next inhale, that's going to bring the knees up. And the exhale, they fall to the right, head rolls to the left. Feeling the breath wave in this shape that we've created, this supported twist. And next inhale brings the knees up. I'm going to cross my ankles and take my hands just underneath the knees and then rock it up and back. We'll just do that a few times. Beautiful. And then we're going to come to our knees. So the props that I have selected for this our exploration of Ustrāsana a couple of blocks, a bolster. The bolster you can replace with a rolled up blanket. And I'm going to actually start with the blocks. This is probably the way to make it most accessible. So as I come onto my knees, I'm going to place the blocks just beside, on the outsides of the feet. And the entry into Ustrāsana that I recommend is one that's going to really recruit our quadriceps. So arms out in front, and then just lean it back, keeping everything in one line, and really feel the quadriceps turning on, and then let them pull you back up. Let's try that again. So back and up one last time, back and up. Okay, so that's going to be our entry and exit to our camel pose. All right, here we go. Coming back, so I'm really strong here, and I just let my hands fall back and they find the blocks, like magic. Then once I've established that support, I'm going to lift the pelvis forward, look up at the ceiling, or if that's not comfortable in the neck, you can look forward. Now this is kind of what we were doing in our bridge shoulder stand. So finding the neck position that works for you. And when we're ready to come back out, we're going to let the hips come down. So I've got the support of my arms on the blocks here. And then I turn on those quadriceps to lift me up away from it. Beautiful. All right. So another one that I kind of like is using a bolster or a rolled up blanket just across the backs of the lower limbs. So we'll use the same strategy to get in, coming up, quad powered, and then my hands find this and push the hips forward. So this has a bit of a different feel to it because my hands are not on the outside of the feet, but they're actually in line with the lower limbs. So it's bringing us a little bit closer to the traditional shape of camel. And then to come out, I'll bring my hips back, turn on the quads, and pull myself up and out. All right, so if you don't have any props around, one way that you can make your entry into it easier is simply by lifting the heels up like this, so being on the balls of the feet. So again, here I go back, hands fall, and pushing the hips forward, heart shining up. Breathing. Just being flooded with that expansive energy, that joy that comes with doing back bending. And then to come out, we'll start to bring the hips back, turn on the quads, lift up out of it. Beautiful. All right, let's come to all fours and just release that work before we play with our final variation. So finding some barrel rolls here to release the spine. So nice. Let's come up to a downward facing dog. Stretching at the back. Neutralizing that work that we've been doing. And then we'll come back down. So the last variation I'll offer is with the tops of the feet down. And this one is going to be kind of a dancing camel, so we're going to go side to side, but always using that strength to get us in and out, right? So inhaling, right arm up, and I look back and I see that right heel, and then hips come forward, back, come up and out. Here we go. Left arm this time finds left heel, open it up, and let's just have fun with it. So I like to say to my students, make it your own. And let's come once again onto all fours, and we'll find some cat-cows just to finish off our practice. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale. Exhale. It's all just breath. Inhale and exhale. And just coming to a seated position. Let's bring our hands together and just for a moment, focus in on the breath. In gratitude for the amazing thing that it is to be embodied. Namaste, yogi friends. See you in the next video.